Alright guys, so this is a 2014 Cadillac ATS 2.0. Now, I started this video late, but I'm going to be able to show you and give you enough tips to do this job. It's not the worst I've ever seen because it's somewhat accessible, but let me go ahead and tell you right up front. If you remove this cowl here, you're going to have a lot better time getting this air pump off. Now you have to remove this air pump in order to remove the valve cover gasket, because let me show you. These tips I think are really going to help you. So that's the air pump. The air pump has to pull out in order for the valve cover to even come off. Now, let me give you another good tip, because when you go to do this valve cover gasket and you buy a valve cover gasket set, it's not going to come with all the seals you need. It's going to be missing this air pump seal. It comes with this kit comes with everything, these spark plug tube seals, this, obviously the valve cover, these two, but it does not come with this seal. So you're gonna experience a setback if you do this valve cover job and you don't have this gasket. There's the part number. I ordered it on Amazon. I got it like super quick. Here, let me move this sticker off so that way you can see this number here. Actually, there's the number there, 12668429. Order that because mine was so bad that it was actually missing the inner flap and it was spilling oil right out the back. Now, so like I said, remove this cowl piece here. It's just a bunch of 10mm bolts. You just got to find them. Here, you got that plastic piece. You got to remove the windshield wipers, which are right there. And then, like I said, you got to remove that air pump with this cowl. So I couldn't even get the valve cover off and out without removing that cowl piece. I watched another video and the guy didn't mention it, or maybe I missed it. And then you have a ground here that's kind of in the way, but you have 3 bolts on this air pump, 1, 2, and 3. With this off, it's going to be a lot easier. And then basically you have a bunch of random connections. You know, you have to pull out the spark plug coils. You have to pull this out here, which is this here. Actually, no. This goes over here, but these are just a bunch of pull-out connections. You just remove those 10s and that pulls out. There's a couple of air vacuum hoses that you need to remove. Just a bunch of bolts. I mean, it's pretty simple, to be honest. You have to remove this heat shield and move it out of the way just so you can have more room. There's a couple connections back there, but at first I didn't remove the cowl and it was really hard to get that air pump off. But now that there's all that extra room, you can get those extra bolts. You have this cowl piece here. Let me see if I can just give you guys a visual so that way you can at least see what you're in for. Sorry that I don't have the whole video of me removing everything, but I think this is easier and this will give you a good understanding. Like I said, that's a whole piece there. So, okay, so that seal goes in like that with the flap facing outward. And then, let's see, so we have this here, and that looks like it basically goes just like that. And then you push them in all the way. You have this one here, it goes like that. She goes just like that right there. And by the way, that's the part number there. And right there again. Highly recommend this Molly gasket set. Okay, so here's all the seals put in besides the spark plug tubes and the main seal. So these gaskets here only go one way. So let me show you. If you try to put it like that, it just bottoms out. But if you try to put it like that, it does actually go in. So Like I said, don't forget your grease. I got some here. What we'll do, we'll just put a little bit on the inside here. Just put some like that. And then sometimes you can take a socket if you want and just make sure it's pushed all the way down in. But you get the drift. Just make sure they are sitting flat. And that's what everything looks like once it gets put in place. Alright, so now that all my seals are on, we're going to go ahead and start placing the bolts. These go in the middle. I'm going to wait to put these in so you have 1, 2, 3 big ones. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest are all of the same size on the ends. Just like that. Boom and boom. Okay, surface is all clean, as you can see. So now what we need to do is we need to put gasket sealer here, here, and then I'm gonna do some on this ring here. There's a glob there, a glob there, and I put 2 there that may not be necessary, but let's get it on. I put 2 bolts on so we can just get it lined up first, and then we'll put the rest of the bolts in. Alright, let me show you real quick. Just make sure, so these are going to go on kind of hard. You just got to make sure that you lube them there, and then they'll set down nicely. But if you have 2 bolts lined up and you put them in, you know, easily, they'll go right on. So perfect. Okay, so this is the air pump that goes on the back of the case, and as you can see, it goes like that. You will not get this valve cover off if you do not remove this. It'll seem like you can, but you can't, trust me. So that's how it goes on, and like I said, if you don't remove that cowl, you're gonna have a heck of a time getting this bolt off right here. Alright, so what I did, so you know we have the new seal. I put grease on the end of this, and that way it can slide right in. So if you take it like this, go down, and then you can kind of work it in from there. Make sure when you're putting this air pump on there's these teeth on it that need to be lined up. It won't go in if those teeth are not lined up. So if you have an inspection mirror, what you can do is you can look at the angle of the teeth and just kind of make sure they're turned correctly. And let me say this, when I took this air pump off with the cowl on, it took me like an hour to get that thing off. And now I already have all the bolts in, and I'm just tightening them up right now. So I'm basically almost done with that. And then once I'm done, I'm just gonna start putting all these connections back on, and we should be able to start it up. But I will say, if I ever have to do this job again, it's gonna go a lot quicker. I would say this definitely took me a lot longer this time for sure, but now that I know all the little tips and tricks, and now that you know all the little tips and tricks, hopefully it should help you get this job done relatively quickly. This is not a in and out type of job, but I would say 5 hours minimum, honestly. You know, that includes cleanup, all the connections, everything. Another thing I did too was I removed this ground because it was kind of in my way back here, so I just removed it. It's a 13 millimeter bolt, I believe, so just moved it to get some more room. So not necessary, but just one of those things that might make the job easier for sure. But now I'm kind of just getting everything bolted together. I would recommend, if you're watching this and you haven't taken your car apart yet, take lots of pictures of everything so that way you can see how it goes back. Now here, this is actually a coolant passage, and there's a coolant tube that goes there. So here's this coolant tube that goes in there. It has a rubber ring around it, and you just got to basically pull it up. You can unhook these hose connections here and just pull it up and right out of the way. I'd say most of this, getting it apart, is pretty self-explanatory. You know, the thing I like about this job is this valve cover's not too buried, but it's just getting all the lines and the connections out of the way in order to get it off. It's fairly accessible, which makes this job a lot easier. And just make sure when you put the spark plug boots or the valve cover back on, that the spark plug boot seals seal around it nicely. You'll have to put some pressure to put it back on because they fit really tightly. All right, everything is all buttoned up. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. I've been double checking here for a good minute, and I think that's everything. So hopefully the engine doesn't self-implode, but I guess we'll see here in a second.